goodbye.
Right back to those leg kicks, though.
Yep. Go steal it. Grab him.
Right, he stole it, right?
I think so. He had to have, right? Oh. That slip up you can't have.
Pull him off.
No! Sterling, stay up, you idiot! Get up! Grab a leg! Oh,
Sterling,
no!
what happened? How did he catch him?
No!
Are you?
Sean O'Malley!
That's horrible.
Are you serious?
Congratulations to Sean. He got the victory. He caught him with that right hand. You know, Aljamain tends to do certain things. He's super awkward. I think Sean did a good job of studying that movement, and he was able to catch him with that right hand. I mean, obviously now, was it a late stoppage? I mean, was it an early stoppage? That's the question. It's hard. To me, it's hard. I wish the ref would let it go just a little bit to see if Aljamain could recover a little bit, but I'm also not mad at it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what you guys' two takes on that, but there's a lot of options right now for O'Malley. Will they give him a boring fight like, you know, with Chito Vera? You know, typically when you're a champion and the boss likes you, you typically get what you want. You know, so, but will they make that fight? I mean, I'm starting to think that they actually will, because the next fight for him, if he does fight, it's going to be Merab, or AKA Marat. You know, and he's the number one contender. They don't want to give him that because Sean O'Malley he's never going to defend that title, because if there's one thing that Merab does good, he just wrestles, and that's all he knows, and that's what makes him dangerous. And I think the best option is right here, man, Triple C. You know,
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I'm being biased, but I think it makes sense. We're both from the same city. They wanted to make that fight originally with me and him. That's why they sent me over to fight Aljamain Sterling the first time. But I mean, what can I say? Is it crazy to say I was wrong?
Yeah.
You guys take over. What do you guys think?
My opinion is, I think Sean did a beautiful job of staying patient in the fight, not getting too overwhelmed with the pressure and just waiting for Aljo to make a little air like how he did, and he's a new bantamweight champ.
Yeah.
Gotta respect it.
I think the feints were the biggest thing. We were talking about it earlier. It's like Aljo, just don't bite those feints, and he bit on a lot of feints, and it ended up with him face down on the canvas. So I think he underestimated Sean coming into the fight, his power and his length and his just ability to move in and out of angles, and he paid the price for it. So, but Sean O'Malley surprised me for sure in this fight.
Yeah, it almost kind of doesn't feel real a little bit, but he's worked hard. He's had the right matchups. You know, he beat Peter Yan. He skipped the whole top 10, and then now he picked the right shot. It took him out.
Yeah.
You know, it's I was hoping that Aljamain was gonna win, because then I felt like it was gonna be me and Merab for the title, like if he vacated the title, because that's the only thing that seems logic. But that's not the case, and sometimes, you know, we got to go back to the drawing boards, and you know, it's more likely they're probably going to give Sean O'Malley Chito Vera, and I got Merab, and I'm okay with that. I mean, I'm okay with fighting him, because the last thing they want to do is give a guy like Sean O'Malley, again, I'm going to say it again, is a guy that's just going to wrestle. Right? You got anything on that, Mike? Mike, or am I off?
No, I think you're totally on, and I think also to your point earlier, I think that you had made a comment about how Aljo didn't fight Sean the way he fought you, and I think he gave you respect, didn't give Sean respect. You got to respect all your opponents, no matter what it is. And I agree with you that if I think Merab's a bad matchup for him, they want him to stay champion, they don't give him Merab.
Yeah, they don't. Well, there you have it. The co-main event. Zhang Weili versus Amanda Lemos. I'm looking at this fight, I'm just like, Amanda, you have all the power in the world. This is what the problem is you staying home in Brazil. You want to strike, and that's all you want to do is jiu-jitsu. Is anybody going to teach you how to actually get up? You know, that's my biggest thing that I'm just like, man, like you've come this close to a world title, and you think it's a jiu-jitsu class. You don't win like that. You got to go for broke. And I was just, You know, obviously, Zhang Weili, in my opinion, is the pound-for-pound best woman fighter right now. I don't understand why they would put anybody in front of her. Once Valentina lost to Alexa Grasso, it should have been right now Zhang Weili. It shouldn't be the other way around. But this is why I also think the pound-for-pound thing is a joke. But I think the next move for a girl like Zhang Weili is to go up. Is to go up because there's a girl that's extremely, extremely dangerous. And her name is Tatiana Suarez. And I know Zhang Weili, if she doesn't come to fight ready to get the right wrestling training, this matchup is not favorable for her. So that being said, that's my take. What you got, Priest from the Middle East?
I think you just nailed it on the head. I mean, Zhang Weili is obviously the best 115-pound women's fighter on the planet. Yeah, I think she's got to go up. I feel like Tatiana is just a bad matchup for her. And, yeah, I mean, incredible performance by her, but fighting Tatiana, I think it's done and won.
Yeah. I think the word of the night is just domination, man. Zhang Weili, she completely outclassed her in every single aspect of the fight. I agree with them, too. I think Tatiana Suarez is a bad matchup for her, but Zhang Weili is pound for pound the best woman fighter on the planet, so I wouldn't be shocked if she goes out there and beats Tatiana Suarez as well, and then goes up to 125 and tries to become champ. So.
Yeah, you got anything on that, said Mike?
Yeah, I feel like Weili showed great MMA. Like, she blended everything together.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's something a lot of fighters don't do. They're good here, they're good there. Like you said with Lemos, she was boxing, or she was striking, or she was doing jiu-jitsu. There was nothing in between. Weili's so well-rounded. I think when I think of Weili, I think of what she said after she knocked out Joanna. And she talked about, when I learned how to conquer myself, I could beat anybody else. So, is Tatiana Suarez a bad matchup? Yes. But is Weili a bad matchup for anyone? Also yes. I don't think there's a woman that blends MMA as well as she does. Maybe Valentina prior to Grasso. But yeah, man, I'm excited to see Weili get challenged. I think it's time to let's step up for the competition. Let's challenge her with something that's really difficult.
No, of course. It's exciting because there's when you get these 115 pounders that really put on a show, or you get a dominant champion like that, you want to keep up with it a little bit more. You know, what is the next challenge? What is it that she could do? What is it that could put her on a whole nother mountain of her own? So congratulations, Zhang Weili. Other than that, guys, I mean, I really didn't pay attention much to the card. Other than that, quite honestly, I'm sorry to disappoint you guys over here. So, any closing thoughts, guys, gentlemen? Priest from the Middle East.
Priest from the Middle East.
I do want to touch on the Amanda Lemos. I feel like one thing she could have done.
Was she Lemo?
Was she Lemo? She was Lemo.
One thing I feel like she could have done is take more risk in the fight. You're getting a world title fight, 5 rounds. You gotta take risks. You gotta go out there, play not to lose and play not to win.
Exactly.
Phoenix. I think that's it. I think the last thing is just like, comment, and subscribe at the Burn Factory Podcast and Triple C Henry Cejudo's YouTube channel as well. And that's gonna do it from UFC 292. Peace.
This is the Burn Factory.